Picture this. You're sitting in a meeting when your boss publicly criticizes your work. Your heart pounds. Your face burns. Every instinct screams to defend yourself or flee. But then something extraordinary happens. You feel the familiar surge of emotion, acknowledge it, and choose a different response. You remain calm, composed, and strategic. Later, colleagues ask how you stayed so collected under pressure. It's not superhuman control. It's not pretending emotions don't exist. It's something far more powerful: emotional mastery through ancient wisdom. 2,000 years ago, philosophers discovered something remarkable. They found that our greatest battles aren't fought against external enemies, but against our own reactions. They learned that freedom isn't the absence of problems. It's the ability to choose your response to them. Today, I'll share 10 transformative principles that can revolutionize how you handle stress, conflict, and chaos. These aren't feel-good theories. They're battle-tested strategies that have guided emperors, transformed lives, and created unshakable inner strength. The question isn't whether you'll face adversity today. The question is, will you be ready when it arrives? Secret 1. The power of the pause. Your phone buzzes with a text that makes your blood boil. Someone just said something that cuts deep. A driver cuts you off and honks like it's your fault. In that moment, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to immediate reaction: anger, harsh words, regret. The other leads to something revolutionary: conscious choice. The ancient philosophers understood something profound. Between stimulus and response lies a sacred space. In that space lives your power to choose. Most people live as prisoners of their immediate reactions. They're emotional pinballs, bouncing from one trigger to the next. But you can be different. The technique is deceptively simple. Pause. Take one deep breath, then another. In those few seconds, you reclaim your power. This isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about creating space for wisdom to emerge. When you pause, you ask yourself, what response serves me best right now? Sometimes it's speaking up. Sometimes it's walking away. Sometimes it's simply choosing not to take the bait. The pause is your secret weapon. It transforms you from reactive to responsive, from victim to victor. Secret 2. The shield of perspective. Have you ever noticed how a single comment can hijack your entire day? How one person's bad mood can poison your peace? This happens because we've become emotional sponges, absorbing every negative energy around us. We treat other people's opinions like facts about ourselves. But here's the truth. Most attacks aren't about you. They're about the attacker's pain, insecurity, or bad day. When someone snaps at you, they're usually fighting a battle you know nothing about. The wise person develops what I call emotional armor, the ability to observe without absorbing. You can witness someone's anger without becoming angry. You can hear criticism without believing it defines you. Think of your mind as a fortress. Not every visitor deserves entry. Not every opinion deserves consideration. Not every emotion deserves adoption. When someone tries to dump their chaos on you, visualize it hitting an invisible shield. Let their negativity bounce off. Their storm doesn't have to become your weather. This isn't callousness, it's wisdom. It's understanding that you're not responsible for managing everyone else's emotions. Secret 3. Choose your battles wisely. Some arguments are worth having. Others are emotional quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. We often enter conflicts not because we care about the outcome, but because our ego feels threatened. Someone challenges our opinion, questions our judgment, or simply disagrees with us. Suddenly, we're warriors fighting for our honor. But what if winning the argument means losing your peace? What if being right costs you your relationships? What if proving your point proves you're still controlled by pride? The strategically wise person asks, "What am I really fighting for?" Often, the answer is nothing worthwhile. Not every invitation to conflict deserves your acceptance. Not every bait needs to be taken. Not every hill is worth dying on. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. Silence in the face of provocation isn't weakness, it's strength. It's saying, "I'm too valuable to waste on pointless battles." Save your energy for fights that matter. Protect your peace like the treasure it is. Secret 4. Rewrite the story. Your mind is a meaning-making machine. It takes events and creates stories about what they mean. The problem is, these stories often hurt more than the events themselves. Someone doesn't return your call. Your mind creates a story. "They're avoiding me. I must have done something wrong. They don't value our relationship." Your boss seems distant. Your story, "I'm about to be fired. My career is over. I'm not good enough." But what if your stories are wrong? What if the person was busy, stressed, or dealing with their own problems? What if your boss was distracted by a family crisis? The ancient philosophers taught us to question our interpretations. They knew that we suffer more from our thoughts about events than from the events themselves. Here's a powerful exercise. When something bothers you, write down 3 different explanations for what happened. One neutral, one optimistic, one that assumes positive intent. You'll discover that your first interpretation is often the most painful and least accurate. When you give situations the benefit of the doubt, you give yourself the gift of peace. Secret 5. Release the expectation trap. One of the most subtle forms of suffering comes from expecting others to be like you. You show up with integrity, so you expect honesty. You offer loyalty, so you expect commitment. You give respect, so you expect courtesy. But people operate from their own level of awareness, not yours. They act based on their values, experiences, and current state of mind, not your standards. This doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means understanding that not everyone will meet them. It means acting from your character, not for their approval. When you release the expectation that others will behave like you free yourself from constant disappointment. You can still be kind without requiring kindness in return. You can still be honest without demanding honesty from others. Your virtue becomes its own reward. Your character becomes your compass, not dependent on others' validation. Secret 6. Master your physical state. Your body and mind are connected in ways most people don't understand. When you're angry, your jaw clenches. When you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow. When you're stressed, your shoulders rise. But here's what's remarkable. The connection works both ways. Change your body, and you change your mind. Before responding to conflict, check your physical state. Are your fists clenched? Drop them. Are your shoulders tense? Relax them. Is your breathing shallow? Deepen it. This isn't fake it till you make it. This is understanding that your body sends signals to your brain about how to feel. When your body is calm, your mind follows. Stand tall, breathe deeply, soften your face, lower your voice. These simple changes create a foundation for wise responses. You cannot think clearly when your body is in survival mode. Master your physical state, and you master your mental state. Secret 7. Guard your environment. Some environments poison your soul. You enter positive, but leave drained. You arrive hopeful, but leave heavy. This isn't about the place, it's about the energy. Some people, situations, and environments consistently dim your light. They don't challenge you to grow, they challenge you to survive. The wise person recognizes toxic environments and removes themselves. Not with drama or explanation, but with quiet determination. Your mental health is not a negotiation. Your peace is not up for debate. Your energy is not a public resource. You can be compassionate without being available. You can be understanding without being accommodating. You can be kind without being a doormat. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and others is create distance. Not to punish, but to preserve your ability to show up authentically. Secret 8. See beyond the surface. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. The person who cuts you off in traffic might be rushing to see a sick parent. The colleague who snaps at you might be dealing with a personal crisis. The stranger who seems rude might be overwhelmed by pain. This doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it explains it. When you understand that most aggression comes from hurt, you respond with wisdom instead of warfare. Compassion isn't weakness, it's strength. It's seeing beyond the surface to the human struggle beneath. It's choosing not to add to someone's burden, even when they've added to yours. This perspective transforms conflicts into opportunities for grace. It turns enemies into fellow travelers on a difficult journey. Secret 9. Simplify relentlessly. Modern life overwhelms us with choices, opinions, and obligations. We say yes to everything and wonder why we feel scattered. We try to be everything to everyone and end up being nothing to ourselves. The path to peace requires ruthless simplification. Not every opportunity deserves your attention. Not every request deserves your agreement. Not every problem deserves your solution. Ask yourself, does this align with my values? Does this serve my purpose? Does this bring me closer to who I want to become? If the answer is no, have the courage to say no. Your time and energy are finite resources. Invest them wisely. Peace isn't found in doing more, it's found in doing what matters. Secret 10. Accept what you cannot control. The final secret is perhaps the most powerful. Accepting what lies beyond your control. You cannot control what others think, say, or do. You cannot control the past or guarantee the future. This acceptance isn't passive resignation, it's active wisdom. It's focusing your energy where it can make a difference instead of wasting it on what you cannot change. When you accept what you cannot control, you discover what you can. When you stop fighting reality, you start creating your preferred future. These secrets aren't just ideas, they're invitations to transformation. They're not theory, they're practice. They don't require perfection, they require commitment. Start with one. Practice it daily. When it becomes natural, add another. Build your emotional strength like physical strength, gradually, consistently, patiently. Remember, mastery isn't about never feeling upset. It's about choosing your response when you do. It's about being human while remaining wise. It's about living fully while staying centered. The world needs people who can remain calm in chaos, compassionate in conflict, and wise in the face of uncertainty. The world needs people who have mastered themselves. Your challenge: choose one of these secrets and commit to practicing it for the next 7 days. Notice how it changes your experience. Then, share your journey. Comment below with which secret you're starting with and why. Because when you master your inner world, you become unstoppable in the outer world. And that's not just transformation, that's revolution.